Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar on the future of digital marketing with Gen AI and what you need to know all about this digital marketing with Gen AI. So, yes, I'll be your facilitator, your presenter for today. My name is Gitanjali Pathak. So, moving on to this particular screen where you'll be able to know your facilitator, that is Gitanjali Pathak, speaking about my skills, expertise, and certain qualifications, which depicts 15 plus years of experience in engaging digital marketing sessions, developing comprehensive course materials, and providing personalized feedback and mentorship, having a diversified experience with various industries, including technology, real estate, healthcare, education, jewelry, writing accessories, and certain textile brands. So, yes, let's get into this momentum of our learning journey. So, speaking about the agenda for our today's webinar, where we discuss about discovering how generative AI is reshaping the marketing landscape and what strategies will define success in the AI powered era. We'll definitely look at the question and answer round in the end, where I would expect each one of you to participate with any of your queries or questions regarding this particular topic, something where we are constantly there for each other, providing that kind of guidance or mentorship, specifically addressing to each one of you as our future leaders and entrepreneurs. So, thank you so much for being part of this particular journey. So, yes, why digital marketing plus generative AI? As we all know, that this happens to be a booming industry because for any product, service, idea, thought, or expression, we know that no brand will ever be able to get that success ratio without participating in the digital marketing game. So, yes, it has exploded over 500 billion global plus industries, projections showing continued and exponential growth through 2030, and companies worldwide are shifting budgets specifically for from the traditional advertising and branding to the digital game. So that means branding, advertising, and marketing going hand in hand, and companies specifically investing in the digital marketing domain for their growth as well as revenue. So this is an additional segment where you know that this is also part of their return on investment segment, where they are keeping a budget aside for marketing per se. Yes, the AI revolution is helping us automate our work quicker. We can create content strategies, data set understanding, or applications in the real time scenario, where we know that we can parallelly juggle between various tasks with the help of AI revolution. Yes, the professionals who have an AI powered marketing tool command can actually demand a package that fits their requirement, and obviously the early adopters are positioning themselves as valuable assets. Like, we know that there is a transition, like coming from a millennial segment myself, when we know that these things were just coming up during our era. But what we realized that through the inquisitive domain knowledge or the curiosity to learn, wherever, whatever benchmark we set for ourselves, specifically in a very revolutionary setup of marketing, we can definitely achieve the kind of success we want in our career domain. Because the inquisitivity, the curiosity to learn is the crucial key pillar when it comes to a digital marketer, and I'm addressing all my future leaders and entrepreneurs. So this is something which will give you a competitive edge. Going forward, we know that the AI marketing revolution and the compound annual growth rate is growing throughout the journey, where we know that there is an AI revolution in anything we do, whether it is market projected growth through what it was earlier to what we are talking about as a 2034 aspect, AI adoption that has grown from what till today, that is 79%, and there is a usage surge in a growth in Gen AI that was earlier till what it is today. So the revolution has a growth percentage which actually depicts the compound annual growth rate throughout in this AI revolution, where we know the transformation is undeniable. It's like early adopters and the ones who are open to learn and have the inclination to learn and utilize those elements in their marketing strategies and tactics. That means experimenting with various formats are definitely going to see that, huge shift, which is definitely an important aspect in a digital marketing domain. So the curiosity, the inclination, and the experimentation is what will take you ahead as a AI marketer or a digital marketer in this particular domain. So as a digital marketer, these are my points which I need to keep in mind throughout my career journey. So, from automation to autonomy, that means agentic AI's game changing role. Unlike the traditional automation, AI systems learn, they make decisions, and they take actions, alongside human teams. They adapt to changing conditions and optimize outcomes in real time. Again, early adopters, the ones who have the inquisitivity to learn, and they can definitely see a dramatic increase not only in the marketing or the strategy bit, but also increasing the sales leads and the kind of conversion they want over a period of time. So the fact that AI is not just creating an assisting role, but it is also making a humanized connection with your target audience. Like your one simple example, like today, whenever we have a conversation about a particular requirement, even if it's a phone call communication where you're looking out, to purchase something, or you are specifically looking out for a holiday or a staycation, automatically when you start browsing certain content online, you'll start meeting those ads which match your requirement, whether it is a staycation or a travel or something which you want to purchase. Those products and services start appearing in your timeline, and that's the close human connection which that AI is generating with the kind of algorithms, with the kind of updates and the constant connection it is trying to build based on the learn based model, based on the analysis and the study which they do with their target audience. So the automation to autonomy is definitely a game changing role when it comes to AI integration. This is something which is again an eye opening aspect, and I think most of us, whenever we are surfing things online, it's not something like, I specifically select some option, then only the content starts appearing on those lines. It's also with my communication I have, or the kind of messages I share, with my peer or my family members. Automatically that content is picked up as part of the algorithm update or the analysis of the target audience, and that's how it is actually working alongside as human teams. It's like a human connect which these AI models and tools and platforms are providing. Moving forward into this particular segment, we know that hyper personalization and predictive power. Like what I just discussed is a real time individualization, it's a predictive analysis and intelligent optimization. Like today I know that as a customer behavior, the pattern, or even when I log into a particular website, the cookies that I accept, or the kind of management of that particular website that happens, the analysis also predicts the kind of data you are actually surfing. And based on your likes, dislikes, understanding that human behavior, that particular content is delivered at a time period which you actually want. And definitely you will also notice the kind of, the scale it takes care of by providing you or delivering you that content. So AI analyzes customer behavior, preferences, and context to deliver perfectly timed, relevant experiences at an unprecedented scale. The predictive analysis, it the algorithms used, forecast consumer behavior, market trends with a remarkable accuracy, enabling proactive strategy. And the intelligent optimization includes insights that enable smarter budget allocation and timely strategic delivering competitive edge. Because every time we are part of this digital domain, we need to remember that I am not the sole brand, product, or service in the market. There's always a competition, and I know as a marketing professional, I need to outbeat with my tactic or strategy so that I am superior when it comes to the right kind of strategies in this marketing domain, very different from what my competition or the counterpart is doing. So, this is something which emphasizes the hyper personalization and predictive power of AI. So, the era of one size fits all marketing is over. Today, winners leverage AI to target every customer as a segment of one, predicting needs before customers themselves recognize them. So, I am talking about creating a connection with my audience based on my needs and preferences that I refer to. Based on the needs and preferences, I analyze, and that particular content or that particular communication I provide to my audience so that there is a percentage of connection that I am building with my audience right from the day one. So, a conversational AI along with new advertising frontiers, that is, voice search evolution, AI chatbots, and the new media channel. So that when I say voice search, natural language processing that creates seamless, intuitive customer interaction through voice enabled devices and platforms. Obviously, whenever we talk about AI driven marketing strategy, we know that we as a digital marketer need to have the technically sound devices and platforms so that we can automate that processes for our target audience. We can reach out to our target audience with our products, services, and idea, thought, or expression. Along with it, we know that the advanced conversational agents provide instant personalized support and product recommendations, like something which is part of an AI chatbot integration. Like today, I know that when a customer is engaging with a brand, they can reach out to me at any point of time. And instead of having a human intervention 24 by 7, there is an AI chatbot that takes care of the needs and requirements of your target audience or your end user or your customer. So this is something where constantly an individual feels that they are related or they are associated with the brand, and the brand is also taking care of them throughout their association. So this is something which is part of new advertising frontiers along with the conversational AI. and definitely the new media channel. We know that conversational advertising emerges as a distinct category with dedicated budgets and strategies. So I know that today, if I want to associate or connect with my target audience, I need to be present on all the platforms, including my traditional platforms, alongside with my digital platforms, including all the traditional methods of marketing along with the new innovated digital methods of marketing, because both these elements go hand in hand. And as a brand, my main focus should be reaching out to my each target audience at a comprehensive level, which is why this engagement is integral part of our journey. Along with AI generated content, we know that creativity meets scale. We know that automated copywriting content does require customization. Why content plays an important role? Because I am not directly communicating with my target audience on one basis, but my communication, that is through my social media, through my website, through my WhatsApp, Instagram, and other platforms of marketing, including email marketing, my content is what is reaching out to them. My voice is reaching out to them in the form of communication, textual as well as contextual. And based on that, my audience resonates and connects with me as a brand. But along with it, I also try to engage with my audience through various live podcasts, through various content marketing strategies, which are also the traditional and the new latest way of connecting with my audience. That includes video, because obviously with the AI powered tools that streamline production for raw footage to polished final cuts, something which shows the BTS or behind the scenes of a video, and something that shows the polished final cuts of a video that my audience is resonating. Along with the visual or the video content, we know that somewhere down the line, there is an information which is in the form of graphics, illustrations, and imagery that is specifying a product or service, and that is what my audience is connecting to. Like today when we say that as a brand, if iPhone says that it provides a DSLR quality image, the image should actually look like an DSLR clicked image. So that is the visual impact of what the brand is talking about. So AI tools dramatically improve efficiency and output, but human creativity, emotional intelligence, and strategic vision remains essential. Like today, the smart intervention of AI tool can never take away the human creativity of using the right kind of prompt or the emotional intelligence associated with my command or prompt. And there has to be a strategic vision as a brand, product, or service, or as an entrepreneur or a leader behind that brand, product, or service. So, the most successful content strategies balance AI assistance along with human oversight to maintain authenticity and emotional resonance. Like today, most of the time, when there is an interaction, when you see your Facebook content, your YouTube content, or Instagram, as a individual or as a lay person who is accessing these platforms, you can immediately figure out the difference between an AI driven content and something which is a real time content. And that is what attracts your target audience. You are not talking about everything that has an AI creation to it, but you are using that human creativity, emotional intelligence, and a strategic approach to connect with my target audience. So marketers gain speed and scale while preserving the human touch that creates genuine emotional connection with your target audience or your audience. So it's a human and AI partnership that plays an important role, which is the key insight for any future leader, entrepreneur, or a marketer. Moving forward on this particular segment, we know that there are challenges and the human element associated with the challenges of AI intervention along with adaptation. So, adoption of acceleration gap, while AI adoption is accelerating rapidly, the reports say that organizations remain stuck in pilot phases, struggling to scale beyond experimentation to enterprise wide implementation. Like today, when I start a particular journey as a digital marketer, sometimes we get stuck in the initial phase of doing something or connecting with a target audience with a kind of strategy or a kind of tactic. But sometimes it's not all about being perfect, but rolling out a campaign and experimenting even if your work fails in the initial stage. That is what I wanted to emphasize over here. It's like, you if you have seen the transition when brands start their first campaign to what they transit over a period of time, there would be a difference in their logo, there would be a difference in their tagline communication. What we are trying to say, as a digital marketer, you improvise over a period of time. When you say that initially, when you are not sure what is going to work, for your brand, or what will not work for your brand, the best way to tackle this particular confusion is experimenting with your campaigns, seeing the results, checking out the engagement, and definitely coming up with the right kind of strategies over a period of time. You cannot think of being perfect, you know on the day one. Like today, when we are talking about our website also of Regenesis, there has been a transitional change from what it was earlier to what it is today. And what I'm trying to emphasize over here is, as a marketer, think about improvisation, think about innovation, but also take those necessary steps of execution. Don't wait for your counterparts or your competition to come up with a specific campaign so that you can pick up some inspiration. Try inspiring others. The minute you see that people have started copying you, or people have started taking inspiration of from you, so that is basically an ideal way to understand that you are doing somewhere right, because other brands and products or services also have started implementing your strategy. So this is like a good understanding of what might work for you, because others also start taking an inspiration from you. So yes, irreplaceable human skills, human creativity, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and ethical judgment cannot replace an AI. These capabilities become more valuable, not less, in an AI powered world. Even if there is a communication that appears in front of you, okay, I would be a best judge, for my interpretation, for my comprehension, and then rolling out that campaign strategy for my target audience. So, yes, your creativity, your emotional intelligence is something that is powered by knowledge. The more information you start gaining on your subject, the more association you have with your target audience, that's where you will be able to critically think that what is working for you as a brand. And trust me, the feedback, the reviews are only going to help you get better. Don't take it as any kind of offense or any kind of demotivation, but take it as a strategy to improvise as a marketer or as a entrepreneur. So these are the things I definitely recommend each leader or an entrepreneur to instill in them over a period of time. Next is your workflow transformation. Successful AI integration requires redesigning entire workflows, redefining roles, and maintaining brand authenticity. You are using technology along with organizational change, which is critical. I am using technology, but there is a mindset that is required. Like today, whenever we facilitate, and the kind of mindset we have with our online facilitation under digital regenesis, we always emphasize on the interaction, because the more interaction we have with our target audience, that gives us an understanding, and we understand that my audience is also resonating with my communication. We do not believe in the process of just lecturing. We believe in the process of facilitation along with our communication, so that there is a two-way interaction from the side of a facilitator, as well as from a learner's perspective, or a leader or an entrepreneur's perspective, because these are the things we keep in mind during our workflow, during our communication, because this figures from this we figure out what are the challenges and what are the things we need to improvise as a brand. So the path forward demands both technological investment and cultural evolution. Organizations must embrace change while preserving the human elements that build trust and drive innovation. So, adoption, irreplaceable human skills, and workflow transformation are the challenges and the human element strategies which we need to keep in mind as a digital marketer, leader, or a entrepreneur. Okay, so moving forward on this particular segment, we know that a strategic roadmap for marketers should be to identify the right task, invest in AI literacy, test, learn, scale, and prioritize your trust with any kind of technological intervention. When we say identify the right task, we say map your marketing operations to determine which tasks benefit from AI automation versus those requiring human creativity, empathy, and strategic judgment. Identifying the task that requires a human intervention, and identifying the task that requires AI intervention. Like today, if somebody says that, create a personal profile, you as your digital marketing strategy, or for your bio, or for your CV, you know I as a facilitator would like to jot down my points and then maybe customize it with the right kind of grammar, language, and the right kind of keywords with the help of AI integration. So, the task you need to implement first, and then take the support of an AI to improvise that particular task for your marketing strategy, or a tactic, or the tasks that are part of your marketing strategy. So, these play an important role, that is identifying your task which could be done by you as a marketer, and what kind of AI intervention that task would require. Next is you invest in AI literacy. When I say invest in AI literacy, that also means that, when you start fresh your journey as a digital marketer, I experiment with tools and platforms that are providing me free access. I'm not initially spending or taking a paid version of those tools and platforms, because yes, in 2026, when most of the platforms tools we are talking about, and we'll also be talking about this during the course of our curriculum as digital marketing with generative AI. We know that there would be some free tools and platforms which have also included the monetization bit, because we need to understand that these tools and platforms are also scaling towards a sustainable model, for themselves, and they cannot just survive with a free association. So having that literacy with the free connect, and then building organizational capabilities through training, tools, and kind of partnerships, and bulk association programs, and unlocking predictive analysis and agentic AI to transform decision making. And when we just referred to an agentic AI, we spoke about the segment of how traditional automation is very different from the current scenario of AI systems that makes decisions and takes action along with human teams. So it is something which is providing a very realistic approach. No communication, what you create, sounds like it is created from an AI platform. It has an human association with the kind of prompt you are using to create that content. It's just the matter of adopting yourself or adapting yourself throughout your journey. So, the more inquisitivity you have, the better you will be able to unlock how predictive analysis and agentic AI are transforming decision making. So, something which says that more association, more access to the free platforms, more experimentation is something we need to invest for our AI literacy. Next is testing, learn, and scaling. So, that is launching any AI driven campaigns as controlled experiments and measure rigorously, learn quickly, and scale what works while maintaining agility. Something that is something that is meant to change or can be easily changed over a period of time with the kind of feedback, with the kind of experiments, with the kind of human interaction you have to understand, test, learn, as well as scale what you have learned in your AI campaigns or with the help of AI driven campaigns. Next is you prioritize your trust, maintain transparency in AI usage, protect customer data, preserve authentic human connections, and trust is your most valuable asset. Today, when I share my personalized information on any tool or platform, I need to be sure that my personal information is not uh, is taken or safeguarded by that platform. That's where I'll be able to use a particular AI platform transparently and seamlessly. So that's what should be the perspective of all the tools and platforms also which we are using. Like today, if I know that I'm sharing my personal information on Facebook and Instagram, they better take care of my confidential data, and not just not only just take care of my confidential data, but also provide me that seamless experience with the kind of updates of their formats, features over a period of time, so that I start using that platform all the more. I start engaging with that platform all the more, and I know that these platforms are going to be trustworthy, over the period of time, and they are definitely maintaining my personal information and all the information that I am providing on that platform. So, as a strategic roadmap for marketers, identifying the right task as a marketer and not just confining yourself with that first move, but also taking that move and then seeing what works for you as a brand and what is not working for you as a brand. You are becoming AI literate over a period of time. Even if I'm starting with small steps, humble strategies, I try to maintain that momentum over a period of time. I test, learn, and scale with the kind of experiments I'm having over a period of time with my brands, products, or services, and the rigorous campaigns which I am creating to reach out to my target audience. So I am testing, I'm learning, as well as experimenting with the kind of upgrades I need to, think around for my campaign or my strategies. Like today, if I start with my one single approach, over a period of time, I experiment with various strategies and campaigns simultaneously. So, this is again one thing as a digital marketer we need to keep in mind. Next is you prioritize your trust. You maintain a transparent AI usage where you know that your data is protected. There is an authentic information that I am providing, and that platform is taking care of my confidential information and also providing me the right kind of updates and features that help me prioritize what works and what is not working for my brand, product, or service. So these elements play an important part as a strategic roadmap for marketers, leaders, or entrepreneurs. So when I'm saying that you embrace an AI driven future, I mean it by saying that you ally with an AI. It's not a threat, it's a powerful ally to amplify human creativity, efficiency, and impact. We say that first movers have an advantage. Why? Because early adopters gain significant advantages in growth, innovation, and cost efficiency from what your uh, you know um, competition or your counterparts are just thinking. You have taken your first move and made a strategic change as part of your strategy as well as tactic in the digital marketing domain. Next is the winner's playbook. The next decade belongs to marketers who harness AI to deliver hyper personalized, authentic experiences at scale. So, something which is one thing as a digital marketer, we all can keep in mind. Like, for example, when I say that even if I have an application, or when I want to apply for a specific job in a company, okay, and what I actually do, when I'm talking about the back end research for a particular product or service, I figure out what are their shortcomings, what are the things they are struggling to, and what I as a digital marketer, before I apply, I do my groundwork. I look at the areas where they are really doing good, and the areas which require some kind of efforts or upgrades. And as a digital marketer, I keep these strategies in mind when I connect with that brand or product. So there is always a personalized approach, not only in your resume, but also in your CV along with your cover letter. Like, when you connect with the brand, you already think that you have studied the brand well, and then you have a very personalized, authentic approach with that company or the employer you are associating. So something which is like a winner's playbook when it comes to identifying certain roles, figuring out what the brands are really doing well with, what are their shortcomings, what you can do better as a digital marketer with your learning skill set and your experience, and obviously an information. Because each one of us definitely have a certain kind of skill set or the knowledge which makes us superior from our competition and our counterparts. And that is what we need to keep improvising and honing our skills when it comes to delivering a hyper personalized, authentic experiences as a digital marketer. So something which I would want to emphasize: customize each application how your AI skills solve specific problems for that company you are associating. Research their marketing challenges and propose how you'd use AI to address them. This demonstrates initiative and strategic thinking. And what brands will think that, I'm associating with an individual, who's also doing the homework, who's also inquisitive to learn and deliver something which we have not done so far as a digital marketer. Something that takes care of that particular shortcoming or a gap for that company. So it's definitely a next decade for all the leaders, marketeers, or future entrepreneurs who have the inquisitivity to learn, who are, able to comprehend things well, figure out the brands they want to associate or the target market they want to figure out as part of an entrepreneur or the industry they want to associate, find out the USPs, unique selling points, for a brand, product, or service, figure out the shortcomings, and then design that kind of association. Like you are prepping up yourself, before each interview or each association you want to crack. So this is something which is part of any winner's playbook strategy. So, are you ready to lead the AI marketing revolution? The future of marketing isn't about replacing human creativity with artificial intelligence. It's about augmenting human potential with AI capabilities. That means I am figuring out as a digital marketer, because I have certain AI capabilities, I am actually augmenting my skills as a marketer or as an entrepreneur. Organizations that embrace this partnership today will define the competitive landscape tomorrow. So this is something which is integral part of each brand, product, service, as well as people who are part of an organization. Because every time I speak about an organization, brand, or product, I emphasize on the aspect of a living entity behind that brand or product, and that is what people are connecting along with the product or service they are associating with. So, the organizations that embrace this partnership today will define a competitive landscape tomorrow. So, what we actually define and discuss as the future of digital marketing with Gen AI, and what you need to know as a leader, entrepreneur, or as a digital marketer is, as part of our career path, having a hyper personalized content that is specifically defining your product or service. I am associating with a product or service with the message it is providing to the target audience. There is an AI generated video that becomes mainstream, or the content that becomes mainstream. So, your storyboards, your brand ambassadors, your avatars around that product, play an important role because you are trying to create that connection with that brand, product, or service. You are using predictive SEO and generative AI that is powered by AI enabled forecasting keyword and conversational search experiences, something which I resonate with. Like today, when I know that I need to communicate with a Gen Z, I also need to be aware of certain words or the kind of language which a Gen Z usually associates and resonates with. Why? Because as a brand, if I need to connect with any target audience, I need to also provide them that comfort level with the language and the keywords they use, so that they can connect with me on a better scale. This is what a common requirement even for a personalized engagement with any individual within an organization or your target audience. So it is powered by AI enabled forecasting keywords and a conversational search experience, which is part of predictive SEO and generative search. You are talking about autonomous AI agents in marketing, that is, autonomous multi step marketing tasks that are independent as well as AI driven. Something that defines what I need to connect with as a brand, product, or service, and where I need that AI intervention. Along with it, we know that humans First, creativity, that is important, that is audience seek personality, imperfection, and other communication, because they need to connect with an realistic human being behind that brand or product, not just something that is AI driven avatar. So that is where we know that human first creativity, that is important, along with your AI intervention. You are declining that monoculture, and then you are creating a niche with the micro communities through a culturally sharp campaign. And when I say culturally sharp campaign, I know, when I'm trying to promote a product or service in a particular country, nation, or a particular state, I know I need to cater to that particular culture, who is part of that particular demographic. So it's not just one specific culture, but micro communities within an entire nation, state, or country. So customer behavior shifts with the right kind of well-being, and the mindset, that is important, that is customers focus on immediate rewards, driving decisions due to instant value they receive associating with a brand or product over a period of time. So something which I really want to share as part of certain links, okay, in terms with our association with certain kind of understanding, and something which we need to keep in mind as a digital marketer. I'm sharing these links on our chat so that we can easily access these links and look into the kind of blogs and articles, from various brands, products, and services, and what people speak about generative AI marketing trends coming from the future leaders as well as marketers and the brand stakeholders. So I'm sharing these links on our chat. These are the 5 links that I'll be sharing on our chat. Okay. So what I have done is I've shared the links on our chat. You all can easily access them on this webinar link chat icon. And in case if there is any assistance required on the same, the team will also share the same on our messages, so that everyone can access the same information from our link as well. So these are the links that are talking about certain kind of AI marketing trends that are part of 2026, where you are creating personalized content. You are talking about AI generated video marketing, because you are also talking about a brand, and you are also talking the about the video that speaks all about the brand, and it gives that real time exposure about a product or service. You're talking about predictive SEO, automated optimization, voice and conversational AI marketing, AI powered ad campaigns that also specifically cater to predictive targeting, ethical and transparent AI marketing, along with AI integration with AR and immersive experiences. So, these are some of the links that we are talking about and what brands, products, and services speak about, talking about this particular topic comprehensively and focusing on the 2026 trend. This particular data or the link or this particular blog speaks about the future of AI in marketing, trends, tool, and strategies. Where we are talking about AI marketing trends to expect in 2026. Okay, the points what we just discussed, along with certain kind of AI technologies that help us figure out customer insights, what branded content speak or what are the thoughts that can help us reach our target audience, what are the trending topics which we can cater to, what is that programmatic advertising which is part of any platform, whether it is Google, Meta, how it is changing the equation or transforming the equation of performance marketing for a brand or product, figuring out sentiment analysis, personalization in terms with our communication, augmented reality, which is part of the technology driven association, and agentic AI, that is part of the collaboration in terms with managing campaigns and reaching out to the target audience. Okay, so this link talks about those details comprehensively. Next is the future of AI in marketing, the trends, jobs, and predictions. And when we are talking about the trends, we are talking about the jobs. We know that the marketing jobs are humongous in today's scenario and today's time period, because we know that every product, service, idea knows that how AI intervention, marketing, branding, advertising is going to help create a sustainable model for a brand, product, or service, and how important it is in today's scenario. So, something that helps me connect with my target audience and create that revenue and a sustainable model for a brand. Next is the future of digital marketing and the 5 trends to watch in 2026. This link is all about that. So, where the discussion is all about creating that draft, executing that content, understanding the audience, creating that personalization, and then reporting and optimizing your campaign strategy for a brand, product, or service. And definitely technology, which is part and parcel of the digital marketing domain. So, this link is all about that. Next link is all about marketing predictions for 2026. Okay, as AI is part of every strategy or every tactic we are using, and what comes from various stakeholders, brand owners, and what they feel is part of this digital marketing domain. So the details, the engagements, the references coming from all the stakeholders of various brands. Okay, so this is, it's like a communication that is coming from the first hand experiences from various CEOs or the entrepreneurs of various companies. So this link defines that, and I just hope that while I am discussing this with you all are able to see the screen I'm sharing. And the ones who are worried about the links, whether they are able to see or not, will also be able to get an access. First, just focus on the information that has been provided in this particular webinar, so that later on we also have an access to those links which you all can look into in your free time as per your feasibility. So I hope we all are focusing on the discussion we are having over here and not getting distracted with any kind of technical issue or glitch. So this particular slide or this particular link, what you can see on your screen, is all about understanding the concept along with what you can do as a marketer, what are the things you need to keep in mind. So as a marketer, we need to adapt to the strategies. Okay, come up with shorter campaigns which will have a quick turnaround. That means those campaigns are also getting implemented and not taking a longer time period to implement that campaign and reaching out to our target audience, because here we are focusing on association and a quick association. We as a marketer, we focus on consumers, we focus on their requirements, and creating a kind of association with that target audience, so that whatever brand, product or service we provide, they connect to them instantly. And where we are emphasizing on advertising and continuously reaching out to my target audience in some way or the other, or through some format or the other, so that people associate and have a continuous recall about my brand or product. So it's like something where that as a marketer, you are constantly taking your or considering your brand as your own baby and trying to figure out a way that I can associate, connect, and build a long term association with my target audience. So, yes, every time we speak about our communication, about any association, we know that there are other programs that are part of Digital Regenesis, along with the program, which we are associated or we are planning to associate. We connect with our integrated leadership and management model, along with our graduate attributes that play an important role throughout our journey as a digital marketer, where we take care of our ground decisions and evidence, think differently, lead consciously, harness diversity, comport yourself professionally, and become focused, determined, inspiring leaders, mentors, as well as entrepreneurs, and having a global approach to our marketing. So, something that helps us understand a brand, product, service, idea, thought, or expression, keeping our target audience in mind and getting that human connection in any campaign or an idea we talk under our marketing, branding, and advertising. So this is part of our entire communication for our webinar for today. I'll just look into any kind of questions that have been raised on our chat. In case if we have any questions, we can use our chat to connect. I can see many of us have mentioned that we are not able to see the link. However, we know that the links are part of our chat, and any kind of technical assistance that is provided on this particular access will be provided, as well as we'll also mention these link details on our link online, on our YouTube channel as well, so that we all have these details and have an access to it. And we'll also make it a point to add these links in a description, in a audio description as well as video description. So you will be able to have an access to it. Okay. Can AI automation help me in referral based affiliate marketing? Yes, because even if it's an affiliate marketing, I need to talk about it. I need to speak about that product or service. I need to communicate around that particular brand or service I'm talking about as part of my affiliate marketing strategies. And every marketing effort, whether it is your content, video, audio creation, or coming up with the right kind of call to action for your email marketing strategies, will require an AI intervention. So, yes, anything you do as part of your strategy, even if it's a basic process of connecting with the right kind of affiliate industry, you'll get that support from an AI platform, which will able to guide you with the kind of framework you require, the kind of association you need to build, and even if it is an initial framework around the strategy for your affiliate marketing for that product or service. So, yes, AI intervention will be part and parcel of any activity which you choose, or the strategy you choose, to promote your product or service online as well as offline. So, this is part of our digital marketing strategy. So, any specific questions for me, any further questions for me, you all can use the chat to communicate. Okay, I can see these three questions right now. Uh, I am a beginner in a digital content creator with three skills. Should start learning first. Okay, so as a digital marketer, whatever you are part of. So first, as a beginner, I know that somewhere down the line my communication, my content related details, or the tools and platforms or the modules that are associated with my digital marketing strategy, the kind of keywords or the kind of strategies that are implemented, whether it is social media, whether it is email marketing, Google, I should be well versed with those skills around that topic, and then figure out what is working for me and what is my inclination from these areas of my marketing strategies. And then you slowly and steadily try to improvise and hone your skills around those areas. And yes, your content, your information, your language are certain aspects which are part and parcel of your ongoing journey as a digital marketer. So this is something which we can definitely keep in mind. Your skill set, understanding on this particular topic, and then figuring out what is working for you and what is your preference, or what is your area that you know that you have expertise in, and then you start working around that particular skill set. So this is something which, as a beginner, you can keep in mind. And yes, enrolling yourself, with the right kind of course, because you cannot think of getting that kind of learning or improvisation done until and unless you have certain skill set or certification in that particular domain. So yes, that is essential part of our the first step which we need to take as a digital marketer. Enroll yourself with that skill set and be part of this Regenesis digital marketing program. What is your advice on how to stand out from such a competitive market and loads of product and services that are on various platform? So when we talk about standing out, okay, from a particular when you compare yourself in a particular domain, or you are part of a particular market, I think that one thing is your knowledge, your information on that particular topic. That is something which makes you superior from your counterpart. And as a digital marketer, the more information you have on a particular tool, product, or service, along with the brands you are associating, and along with it, the entire knowledge base which you are having, not only confining to what you are doing in your own country or vicinity, but also seeing what brands all across the world are doing. That is something which will make you stand out from your counterparts. So your knowledge, your information, your inclination, and your curiosity to always keep learning is an essential part of our digital marketing domain. um, Okay. Would we be taught or on different AI tools? Yes. During the course of our digital marketing with generative AI, we will be introducing to certain tools and platforms. And yes, the ones that have a free access to, we can definitely keep experimenting, and definitely part of our sessions and certain kind of hands on experiences where you would require to use those tools and platforms on a basic level, to come up with the right kind of assessment strategy or a tactic on that digital marketing module. So as a hands on experience, whichever tools and platforms that are free, and the ones that would be introduced during our learning journey, we can experiment and use those as part of our assessments, which is part of our hands on experience for each module and session on digital marketing with generative AI. So I hope that answers that query completely. Any further questions or any other questions associated to this particular topic? Any other specific questions related to this topic? So, regarding the issue on the link, we will definitely add this in our description as well as on our chat, so that you guys can easily access, the ones who are not able to access these links. So this would be part of our video upload on our channel as well. Any other specific questions for me? So great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being such a lovely audience. I hope all your queries get resolved and y'all are part of this particular learning journey with Digital Regenesis. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you all.